everyone, it's Tammy, and the tutorial for this week is this cute little gift card holder, and it's just made out of paper, and graduation is coming up for my son, so I thought that I would go ahead and make a graduation one. And you just pull the ribbon and then you can open, and there is a gift card inside, and you can even put some little candies or something in here from what I understand. I haven't tried that yet. I don't want to put the candies in here just yet, if I even put any in there. I think it's just cute just like this. And I know that when I saw it, this was standing up like that, and that looks really cute like that. But watch, when I close it and then I open it, it's like all wonky. So I mean, if you like it like that, you can do it like that. I just thought, you know what, a kid isn't going to care, or whoever gets it isn't going to care, and it's cute like that too, and then it stays like that and I don't have to worry about it. So whatever you want to do is fine. And this is a lot easier than I thought it might be, and I'm not going to keep this gift card in here because this is my washi cutter from Halloween. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close this again. You just take the ribbon around, and I am just going to tie it in a little bow. My last bow was cuter. Oh well. It is okay. I just don't want it sitting around for a little minute waiting to be used and looking kind of junky, but I think it looks cute. So, and my son will love this, I'm sure, especially if I put a nice gift card in there. I don't really know yet what I'm getting him, but I figure if I don't use it for him, I can use it for one of his friends or something. So there we go. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. And the one that we're going to make, I thought I would use pink and blue, and I have this cute little unicorn digital stamp. It's already colored though, to put on the front. I thought this would be really cute. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll teach you how to do it with a birthday kind of a theme, or even a kid theme, but honestly, who doesn't like unicorns? I know I do. So we're going to start with the biggest piece of paper, and we want to cut this down so it's 9 by 7. So this is 8.5 by 11, so I know that the 7 has to be on this side, and that makes it 1.5 inches off, because this is an 8.5 piece of paper. So I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off of this end. So now it's 7, and then I want to cut this down to 9, and it's 11, so I need to cut 2 inches off. So I'm just going to cut 2 inches off of this side. So now I have a piece of, excuse me, 9 by 7 paper. And on the 9-inch side, I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Make sure I have that even. At 1 inch, at 4 inches, at 5 inches. I don't think my cut is very straight, but we'll deal with that. And then again at 8 inches, so that's just 1 inch. So I'm just going to go that way to 1 inch. There we go. And then on the 7-inch side, I need to score it at 1 inch and 6 inches. So 1 inch from each side. 1 inch and 6 inches. So then it looks like this with all of these score lines going around it. And what you're going to do is put tape on each one of these squares. So not the rectangles, just the squares. And I would recommend using sticky strip for this. Any sort of project, I like sticky strip. And I'm going to use 2 little pieces on each one of these. This is tear and tape, and I love this stuff. It's super sticky and it's easy to tear. It just makes my life a lot easier. So I do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, let's see, which way do I want to cut? I want to cut this way. I really don't even know if it matters, but I want the top to go in like that. Let me see. I think if I cut, let me look at my, okay, I want to cut all of these this way. So I want to cut on the long end, all of them but the top one. How's that sound? And to do this, I like to make two little slits so it's a V. I like to go just on either side of the score line. And the reason I like to do this is because when I'm making a project, when you're folding it, it's a lot easier to have a little bit of extra room in case your fold isn't exactly precise. It fits nicely. And I just go on either side of the score line just a hair. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. And then on the top one, I want to do it on the top. So then your paper looks like that. And now you are going to score all of these. You're going to, I guess it doesn't matter if you turn it or not, but you just want to score all of these so that, or fold all of these on the score line. That way, that way, that way. Turn it over, doing this one. And then I'm also going to do these little flaps. And then I'm also going to turn it sideways and do all of these. All right. So now you are ready to start sticking. You're going to make a box out of this. You can probably see how it is already. See how that works? It'll be a little box. So you want these to be on that side. You know what I did? I am so sorry. Okay, so you put the tape on this way, but then you turn it over and you fold it this way. When I was folding it, I knew it wasn't looking right, but I did not say anything. So you fold it the opposite way that you put the tape on. That makes a whole lot more sense. Crafting in real life, people. You're gonna like this better, I promise. Because now the little tabs will be on the inside instead of the outside of the box. So then what you do is you take the tabs and you can peel them off. And you can do it one by one, or you can peel all the tape off, which is what I'm going to do because I like to live dangerously. Just get them all off of there. This tape is so much easier to pull off than that red tape that we used to use all the time. But it's still not always super easy, but it's way easier than that red tape. I could never get that paper off. Took me forever. And then when I got the paper off, the red would stick to my hand. Oh my gosh, you guys probably remember that too. It was awful. I think I still have some, but I like keep not using it. And I told myself, you need to use this because, you know, it's expensive. So I tell myself, use that, use it up, and I just never do because I always want to not have to deal with it. And it is strong tape. It's very nice, but it's a pain in the rear end. Okay, so once you have all of those done, then we will start making the box. So fold this in, and the way that I like to do it, I don't want to put this side even with this side because remember I did the V. I want to put this edge even with this edge, or very close to. If for some reason I'm a little off, it's gonna be okay, but you know, you want it to be as close as possible. So I am just taking this straight edge and I'm just feeling it with my thumb to see where it should go. And then you can maybe see here, like this is just a hair cut off on each side here. So if I had gotten those even, I would have, the box would be wonky. And then these are going to go to the bottom because this is the top, this is the bottom. So I want these to come in, and I'm going to make the bottom like a full box. Again, I'm using my finger or my thumb to guide where I actually put the tape together. I want it to feel it straight on the top. Because I didn't cut those sides, I only cut the other sides, the sides that I scored. And there is your little box. And the top goes on the outside of the box. I suppose you might be able to make it go on the inside. Oh no, because then the whole thing would go on the inside, and it's not made like that. So the top just goes on the outside of the box. Just like that. So you can open it up like this and put this away for a minute, and then you need to cut a 7 by 5 inch piece of paper in whatever color or pattern you want. I kind of think mine is already 7 by 5, or there's 5 anyway, and this is bigger than 7. So I will go to the 7 mark line and cut that. So now it is 5 by 7. And then on the 7-inch side, you are going to score this at 2 1/4 inches. And 3 1/2 inches. And 4 3/4 inches. So there's 3 lines. And then you're going to take it and fold it in the middle, the one that you scored in the middle. Now this is where you're going to need a punch, or you could use a die cut, anything like that, to put a little place here that's going to help hold the gift card. So let me just take this decorative punch that I have, and I'm going to cut it just halfway down right there, and then I want it to be even on both ends or close to, so I'm just eyeballing it. And I like this punch because it has this point right here where the you know, it's like a, I don't know, the decoration goes out right there at a point. So that's the middle, and so I can line this up to the point, and it makes it super easy. And pop it out. And then I have this, if you want to use that for something. You don't need it for this. And then you have this. Now this is not big enough for a gift card, and this is not where you want the gift card. You're going to want the gift card to stick on one side of this. You want it to be on the top of this card. These sides are the same measurement, so it doesn't matter which one is the top and which one's the bottom yet. But what I'm going to do is take a gift card. I think they're 3.5 inches. Let me just double check this for you. 1, 2, 3. Well, you want the slot to be 3.5 inches. So you can either take a gift card or you want the slot to be 3.5 inches. So it starts off, let me just do it with a ruler so maybe you guys can see it better. My ruler is right here. I'm just going to move this in. I want it to be 3.5 inches, and I'm just going to eyeball it as to where it is in the middle. And I want it to be more on the top than on the bottom. So I want to move it about 1/4 inch or so in or up so that it's up here. And then I take my handy dandy pencil and I draw a straight line there and there because I want it to be 3.5 inches wide. And then you're going to cut that just using your scissors. Just like that. And then I like to erase the line because I'm kind of anal. It's not absolutely necessary, but there. And then what you're going to do is take the other two, this box and this box need to be folded forward. So just fold that forward and use your bone folder to burnish it. Fold that one up, use your bone folder to burnish it, and then so now it looks like this, which is exactly what you want. And we are going to put some adhesive on the back of this. So turn it over and put your tear and tape or whatever you're using on the bottom and the top of the whole piece of card. I mean, so you only need 2 strips, but you want them to be on either edge of the card or of the middle piece. I don't know what to call this. Of the cardstock, let's just call it that. And then I'm going to take off my tape backing. Easier said than done. All right, and then remember, this is the slit is here, so that's the top. So starting with the bottom, I want to put this into my box and push it all the way forward to the edge of the box. There's going to be room in the back. That's okay. You want there to be. And then you're going to push this down and you're going to seal it with your fingers. And then I even take my bone folder and just make sure that the corners are all down in there pretty good. Then you're going to do the same kind of thing with the top of the box. Take your paper and push it against the edge of the box and push it down, and then use your bone folder and get the edges in there really well. And then so see how this works? You open it up and there's the gift card and the slit is right here. And maybe that is what makes where it sticks up. So let's try it that way. I'm going to put it right here, just like that. And then I'm going to try to close this and then open it again. And it kind of sticks up if I open it all the way. So whatever you want to do, I still kind of like it this way just because I think that as a kid or whoever's getting it, I think that it's just as appreciated this way and you can kind of see it better. So I'm just going to do it like that. And then if you want to, there should be room for some, because you only have about 1 inch here, but there should be room for some Hershey Kisses or some Rolos or some bubble gum or something like that. Let's see if that fits. Yes, it does. So you just, I mean, you don't have a lot of room, but you have a little bit of room. I mean, you just don't have a lot because of the card, but you could fill this up with some M&Ms or something like that if you wanted to, or you could just leave it plain. That's perfectly fine. You could put a diamond ring in there. I don't care. And then you just need to embellish the top and put some ribbon on to help hold it. At least I think the ribbon is pretty. You can do whatever embellishments you want. But let me pick out some ribbon. I didn't pick out any. I think that this might match. And I kind of like this. Does this match the blue on the inside? Oh, not exactly. Huh. Does this one? Nope, it's the same color as that, I think. Yes, it is. I think I'm just going to use this because even though it doesn't match completely, I think it's still pretty. And I think that it's nice because it's wide. I like that. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how much I need. So I'm just going to take some out and then try to tie it in a bow and just to get an idea. Okay, I'm going to cut off this much. It really depends on the size of your ribbon, like the thickness of your ribbon as to how much you're going to use, because thinner ribbon you can get by with using less than if you have thicker ribbon. So let me see how long this is just so I can tell you guys approximately how much ribbon. 1 foot, 2 foot, about 3.5 feet. No, 2.5 feet of ribbon. So I'm going to put my image on top of here. So I'm going to have it so that the bow is on the side, kind of like I did my other card. So I want my bow to be over toward the side. So it's going to be about right here. And so at this point is where I want my little, whatever these are, my ribbon ends to be the same length. So I'm just going to fool with my ribbon until I get them to be about the same length right here. There we go, that's good. And then on the long side, which is this side, with all the, I'm going to put some snail adhesive down. You could use glue. I think I'm just going to use snail. I think that this will work fine. I don't know exactly how much to put, so I'm just going to put it to there. And let's see, I'm going to center this where I want it and bring it over. Oh, and I think I may have put too much. I did. So now I need to pick some of this off. Erg. Luckily, this snail comes off very easily. So I'm just going to scoot it on down to about there. And then let me make sure I have this straight, which I do not. Okay, let's try this again. That looks fairly straight. Yes, okay. And it should stick here too. Then I can bring it around and up, and I can tie it there. Okay, so now I want to embellish this a little bit. I mean, I just don't want to put a plain, just stick of paper up there. So I'm going to cut it out. I'm leaving a little bit of white space. And I'm even kind of thinking of including these stars, so I'll just, you know, go around them. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You're just trying to make it look as cute as possible. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. You might want it to be handsome, or however you're doing yours, whatever style you're doing it in. Mine is definitely a cutesy one. This one is. And then I kind of like having a piece of paper underneath it. And I don't think I have enough left over from my stash, so I'm just going to grab another little sheet. Which one was this? Oh, Pacific Point, maybe? No, this was Tempting turquoise is what it's called. And I have a little piece here. I'm going to just trim it so that I have enough to cut. Then I can close my paper drawer. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I am going to use glue this time because I want to. No particular reason, really. Sometimes on like areas that aren't totally straight, goodness, which this one isn't. Obviously, it has a lot of curves. I like to use glue rather than my adhesive. It's much easier to get the glue around all the little curves and edges. And then I'm just going to stick this down on here. And then I am just going to cut this out with a little border again. And I can be less precise this time than I was the time before even. So if there's like details of cutting it into like a small area, you don't have to cut it so small on the second layer. And then if you layer again, you could even go less detailed or less precise in your cut, I guess. There we go. And let's see, I'm going to take some of my Wink of Stella. This is a pink one, so I'm just going to color in the pink areas. And maybe not all of the pink areas. Oh, I think that might be purple. I couldn't tell. Oh, this is pink. Goodness. Easier said than done, huh? And I don't think I'm going to color in his nose, but I really don't know why not. Yeah, let's go ahead and color in his nose. And then I'll probably have to redraw his little nostrils and his smile. And then I think I have purple and I think I have blue too. So here's blue. And do I have purple? Here's clear and purple. Yes. All right. So I'm going to do the purple. And the blue. All right, and then I'm just going to color in the little stars. then I think I'll just take my clear Wink of Stella and do the whole little unicorn guy. And I'm going to take a brown marker. Oops, my water bottle fell. It's empty. I need to get some more. And I'm going to do his little nose and his little mouth again. I can barely see it, so there we go. And I'm thinking about taking gold and doing his little unicorn horn. I have a gold Sharpie here. There we go, and then I tried to make a little highlight in his horn, but I didn't really like that, so just cover that up again. And there we go. We will put him right here, and I'm going to glue him down too. I'm going to open the box and push on the top just to make sure that it's glued well. And your message, you can either put a little tag in here, or you could carefully just write in here, like, to my best friend, love your best friend, or whatever you want to write. To my favorite niece, to my daughter, whatever you want to write. And then you can tie this. And I'm not going to cut it until I gift it, but I will probably cut this, and then I'll probably take a lighter to the edge so it won't fray. I don't know. Should I go ahead and cut it? Because I want you guys to see the finished product, of course. Let me go ahead and cut it. You talked me into it. So I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to cut it here. The reason I said I wasn't going to was because I was a little nervous about tying the bow again with less ribbon, but I'll be fine. And there we go. That's that. So that is how you make a little gift card box, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.